guys, and welcome to part 2 of Murder Game Portable. Dead Vegetative 777. I'm Flower. Googly butt disconnected. Flowey's the murderer. I'm watching Flowey right now. Run, Flowey. Hi. It's who's the murderer? Who is the murderer? Who's the murderer? Who's the murderer? Who's the murderer? Flowey? Flowey is the murderer.
That game's full.
It is.
Yeah.
Beast Killer disconnected. Maybe you can join now since somebody disconnected. Full bam, let me join. Another person connected, but just disconnected. Someone's chasing Flowey. Flowey, you gotta fight. Flowey. There's nowhere left to go. Come on, Flowey, knife him. Flowey, you can do this. Aw, Flowey died. I'm a bystander without a pistol. Why can't I be something else? My phone just died.
Look, it's saying someone beat my score.
What's happening?
Someone beat your score. Someone beat your score.
Oh.
Are you still in it?
I'm still playing Murder Game.
I'm gonna crawl that aisle and said it's like 5 people beating my score. It's like,
You know what? Let's play. I don't know what to play. I'm gonna watch a video.
Are we still going?
What?
This murder?
In a second, I'm gonna watch a scary video. A reaction. I do not want Mr. Suicide Sheep. I want Mr. Nightmare. Mr. Nightmare, not Mr. Bean. There, let's watch this. Be right back, folks.
I was doing some night hog hunting in the woods near my backyard. I was hiding in the tower I had built about a decade ago.
Look at that.
In case anyone's wondering, I of course had a night vision scope attachment. I guess I'm what you would consider a hardcore hunter. I don't want to bore you with the unnecessary story prolonging details, so I'll make this short. And I want everyone to know that though I agree this story sounds far-fetched and crazy, it is nothing but the truth. and I, in a way, actually consider myself lucky that I'll always have such a horrifying story to share. So, while I was sitting in the tower waiting for movement, it finally came.
Oh, it's dark.
I took aim and found the source, but wasn't at all a hog, or any kind of animal I was expecting. It was a person, a man
Okay,
wearing
you see that?
black sweatpants,
Oh.
black shoes, and
But
a
what
black
is he
hoodie
carrying?
with the hood over his head. But
Does he
that
have
was
money?
the freakiest part. He was dragging a sack behind him.
Oh God.
My heart started racing. I was pretty sure I was witnessing this guy trying to bury a body.
Yeah, I think.
I continued to watch him, but then he slowed down.
Oh gosh.
And I swear to God, it
No,
looked as if
Mom
he
Arch
turned
made
his
it.
head up to me.
Oh.
I ducked down under the wooden walls of the tower, shaking in my boots. Yes, I had a gun, but just the idea of using it against a person is horrifying. I lay low, praying to God that he hadn't seen me. It
Yeah,
wouldn't make
I'd be
sense if he
praying
could,
too.
though. It's practically pitch black out here. Or at least, that was my logic. Seconds felt like an eternity as I waited for the footsteps in the leaves to move elsewhere, but I didn't hear any footsteps. All I heard was the sound of a foot hitting one of the wooden planks on the ladder of the tower. I felt the entire tower vibrate and shake as there were 2 more steps moving up the ladder.
Oh God, I'd be
At this point, I
terrified.
was asking myself deep down, am I going to be able to shoot someone? But for some reason, whoever was down there decided not to climb all the way up, as I heard them jump back down to the forest ground and began dragging the sack away. I think I stayed frozen like a statue for at least 10 minutes before even peeking over the ledge again.
Oh.
The coast seemed clear. I had to get home and warn the police immediately. I hopped over the ledge and descended down the ladder.
I
I
would
turned
not
on my
leave.
pocket flashlight, which in hindsight was a
Oh,
stupid
get
move
ready.
considering the situation, and ran back in the direction of my house. I was only able to run for about 10 seconds or so
Oh, God.
when I heard the rapid, manic footsteps crunching the leaves from behind me. I took a look over my shoulder, and there he was, inches away from my face. I spun around and shot him in the shoulder. He stopped and screamed in agony, and I took that moment to finish my dash to my house.
That'd be
Again, in
scary.
hindsight, I should have held him hostage somehow, but that doesn't even matter now. I called the police, who showed up within 15 minutes with a whole search squad, and I led them all into the woods to the exact location where I shot him. There was a faint yet noticeable blood trail spilled onto the leaves, which led past the body bag, which the cops seized, and eventually right to the maniac, who was hiding under a log next to a tree. He was arrested and tried for the murder of Jin Quen Sakanaki, a Japanese corner store owner. I don't know the full story behind it, but I do know I won't forget this one for the rest of my life, and I'll also be telling it for the rest of my life.
Oh God. Another one. Aha. We'll watch these and then.
I recently moved out, and I already have a horror story to tell. The house I moved into isn't anything impressive. It's just a house that's appropriate for 1 or 2 people. But I'd say right away, I started hearing weird sounds coming from inside the walls. I first heard it in the kitchen, and then in the bathroom, but on night 3, I started hearing it in my bedroom. I was sure there was some kind of animal living in my walls. I just had to figure out how to get rid of it. The next morning, I didn't even have enough milk to fill the bowl of cereal. I couldn't believe I hadn't
no,
realized I
not
needed
milk.
milk. In fact, I seemed to be eating up all of my food pretty fast. I woke up in the middle of that night to the sound of breathing. Not my breathing. It sounded just like the breathing of a person.
Oh
I flipped
God.
the lamp on, and it stopped. I chalked it up as my mind playing tricks on me after waking up. The next day was really hot, so I turned on the AC for the first time. I checked every single vent, and some of them weren't blowing any air. One of them being the vent right next to my bed. I peered through the vent with a flashlight. There wasn't even a duct behind the vent. It was just the inside of the wall. It seemed that whatever air duct was in there had been removed. Unfortunately, I didn't look into the air conditioning system while buying the house, so I didn't know about this. That night, I had to sleep in the heat with no AC, so I was up pretty late, constantly rolling around and flipping the pillow over. Then I eventually started to hear the breathing again.
Oh God.
But this time, I was fully awake. I knew it was real this time. It was coming to my left. I looked to my left at the air vents. The sound was surely coming from in there. I grabbed the flashlight again and shined it in through the vent. I dropped it and screamed. There was someone's face peering through the cracks of the vents. The first thing I saw were their eyes, open wide and glowing. I screamed all the way down and out the house. Open wide and glowing. I screamed all the way down and out the house. I soon found out there was a crazy, dangerous homeless man living in my walls, and he had been eating my food ever since I moved in.
Oh God.